Hello, everyone. I did another private session with Jimmy from Detroit, that is, and we had a discussion about some entities that were around him, and I think that coincides with some other things that I talked about with Peter regarding some of these parasites and insects that I'm seeing in the astral, much more than usual. It's actually become quite uncomfortable to see them around people, and you'll see if you listen to this conversation that I discover some very not very comfortable looking creatures. But I mean, we do have spiders, and we do have other types of insects in this world. Some people understand that that's part of our ecosystem, and many of them have a good purpose. But when they're in the astral and they're pulling energy from humans, they are more of a category of being a parasite. And so these are the type of different things that I was looking at. And I don't know, as usual, it becomes very interesting because I just sit there and I observe and I start looking what's around his field. And because he lives in Detroit, there were specific people that came up. So I guess the best thing for you to do is just listen and enjoy our conversation, and also the session that we do in trying to clear some of the different things around him that typically I usually share the sessions that affect many other people beside just him. So thank you for listening. Thank you for your support. You are wonderful. You are loved. And here it goes. Started off, I saw a harpy that was stuck on, hooked into Jimmy in the back by the shoulder area. And it looked like a male harpy, which I don't usually see. And then I saw these really big shoes on you, Jimmy, and then all of a sudden, I think it looks like you are part of like a giant race. I don't know. Did we ever talk about that before?
I think my grandpa Jimmy was either related to or was a red-haired giant. And he was like involved with Tiamat.
Okay, that makes sense.
Preserving Tiamat's history or legend, or we didn't really go into detail about that, but there's some mission he's doing with Tiamat.
Tiamat converged with the Earth, so we have like portions of the planet of Tiamat, portions of the Earth, and then there was, a portion of it somehow created our moon, which, some people say is, hollowed out and kind of mechanical, like a craft.
Yeah.
Some people think it was.
Too.
The
Earth is hollow too.
Not completely hollow, but yeah, I mean
there is a hollow Earth.
Honeycombed, right? Yeah, this. Yeah. So, I guess your grandfather was not allowing you to step into your giant self, but it's starting to happen anyhow. Maybe he thought he would hide you.
Did we get rid of that harpy?
Yeah, got rid of the harpy.
Okay.
Something's moving. All right, they're pulling you out. I see you're connected to the Black Elves. You want to break ties?
Yeah, they came up again, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The Drow. Drow. No counting. We're not doing their signature.
Okay.
It's gonna negate it.
Okay. So I want to cut all ties with the Black Elves.
Yeah, and the Drow. They're called the Drow.
Okay. I break all vows, contracts, agreements, oaths, blood oaths, any connection whatsoever with the Black Elves and the Drows. You said the Drow.
Drow, like a
Drow.
DROW.
Oh, the Drow. In any dimension, time stream, in between parallel pocket universe, in between false reality, quantum space, and I thank thee for it is done, and I know it.
I heard it was a Drow queen. She was screaming. Lolth. LOLTH. Demon Queen of Spiders.
Uh-oh.
She is known as the Spider Queen, the Queen of Demon Web Pits.
And that might be related to that one we were talking about earlier. Because you told me that she was Spider, known as Spider or something.
Ah, that's probably the same one. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty nasty.
How did you spell that again? Drow?
DROW.
Yeah, Drow? Okay. Oh, okay, I see.
It's like an orc is from the Orcadian and Shetland dialects of Scots. An alternate form, so it's a Scottish word, the Drow.
And that's where my grandfather was.
Yep. An alternate form of the Trow, which is TROW, which is the cognate for troll. Huh. But I saw some trolls earlier today. The trow and the drow were used to refer to the wide variety of evil spirits. Everything about the Dungeons and Dragons drow was invented by this guy. But I think that this is old lore. This is not just. And then they're talking about the Dungeons and Dragons because they probably use them as characters.
So what did you had me pulled out of what now?
Pulled out of their reality.
Oh.
They had taken you, they wrapped you up, and they put you into like a spider wrapping up a demon web.
Oh, shit.
The queen of the demon web pits, one of the most influential goddesses of the Drow, within the pantheon of the dark Setterine. Station is the way of Lolth. Loith? Oh, it's LOLTH. The ambition, it's almost like Lilith. There was this woman that kept contacting me and talking about how important Lilith was, how important the Spider Queen was. So she must have been talking about this thing.
Is that a picture of it there? Underneath where it says Drow?
Yeah, it looks like it. Ugh. Station is the way of Lolth, the ambition she bestows to further the chaos, to keep her Drow children along their appointed course of self-imprisonment. Look at that. I mean, this is like, it's wiki, but, sometimes they're pretty tuned in to who they're communicating with and their attributes. She's called the Dark Mother, the Mother of Lust, the Mother of Chaos, Spider Bitch, Weaver of Destiny, the Weaver, Queen of the Demon Web, Queen of Spiders, the Weaver.
Are these related to fairies too?
Well, these are dark. Remember, I was saying in my last show with Peter, there's a lot of like these, I don't know what you call them, bugs and things. Huh.
Well, under that picture, it says type humanoid or fey humanoid.
Yeah, well, dark fae. It would be considered dark fae, I guess. A drow. It's a black elf. So an elf is a fae.
Oh, a fairy.
Yeah.
A dark one.
Well, an elf. More of an elf. So, there's different. But
so
yeah,
So that's elven.
Elven, yeah.
So weren't they some of the original beings on the planet? Before humans?
The Elven, yeah, they've been here for a very long time.
And fairies too.
Yeah.
Fae.
Lolth drove her worshippers into heavy infighting under the pretense of culling the weak, while her actual goals were to hold absolute control over the Dark Elves, prevent the rise of the alternative faiths or ideas, and avoid complacency, even though she found amusement in the strife that plagued her followers. However, in the long run, her influence proved to be an obstacle to the growth and success of her Drow followers, preventing them from unifying against common enemies or for a common cause. So, I mean, these are the worshippers. That's exactly what's been happening. A lot of infighting. People making up stuff. Lola's followers base was varied, consisted of the Drow, but also included the Aranea, the Chitine, the Dragloths, the Deep Dragons, and she gained a few Elven followers and tried to gain more worshippers by assuming the aspect of Moander or Mander, a deity of rot. Lolth's clerics are exclusively female. She represented the rulers of the most of the Lolthite communities and strictly followed the Spider Queen's will, forcing the Drow into extreme subservience to their deity and into a constant state of conflict that dominated their lives. Each priestess strove for the favor of the Spider Queen and was ready to do anything in order to gain status in her goddess eyes. And that's the way this one person was, is she was trying to get some kind of approval from the Spider Queen. This woman I interacted with.
Well, Jess, I'm pretty sure you called this Mary chick the Spider Queen at one time.
Yeah.
You at least called her a spider. I don't know about queen. It seemed like you did, though, if I remember right. Ugh.
There's rights and did I send you this link?
What? Which one?
I'm going to send this one over. I don't know if I sent this one to you.
The one with Drow?
Yeah, here's in here. There's two of them. I only sent you one here.
Oh. Yeah, that's what you're reading from, right?
Yep. Great goddess, mother of the dark, and then there's grant me the blood of my enemies for drink. So this is like the vampire kind of.
Maybe this is where I got involved with that.
Wow.
In a past life or something. What about my grandpa? Did he come up? Did he appear or say anything?
He said he's there.
Hey, Grandpa.
He said you need to be careful doing. He said you almost gave away access into our family lineage.
Oh. How did I do that?
That's what they're looking for. They're looking for something to hook into in the upper world.
So they had hooked up into me. That thing that you saw me, had hooks in me. And what about those shoes you saw me wearing?
The shoes it's like you're a giant and it's starting to manifest on your feet.
Huh.
So you're kind of, you have like a power, but it's, it was subdued from your grandfather. There's more here. I was just looking at it. There's like all different names here. So Coralin, Magyar, the War of the Seldarine. At some point, Arashni grew ambitious and started a plot against Coralin. During her first attempt, she aided Grumsh into trying to kill her husband by imbuing the scabbard that he had crafted for his sword with magic that would cause the weapon to shatter during the fight. However, this plan failed due to Sahanine moonbows interfering with it, and she knew that Arashni had tampered with the scabbard because the weaver had connected the first very step of her betrayal during the night, when Sahanine's sight could reach her. Later, Arashni agitated Malar into attacking the wounded Corellons, and after she witnessed the Beast Lord killing the Orc god Hern on Faerun, but even that had failed, and the Elven Lord managed to chase the aggressor away. So there's a lot of screwing around here.
Did you see that picture under Lolth of the Spider Queen?
It's like a...
Damn, that's freaky looking.
Yeah, with white hair, huh?
Well, no, I don't see white hair. I see like dark hair with light highlights or something. But I'm talking about it's shaped like a fat spider with a woman's face on it.
Yeah. Yep.
You see that? Wow. Ooh.
Yeah, I bet that it's pretty vicious.
I hope that's not what I've been dealing with here.
All right, so they have handmaidens of the Spider Queen were of the order of female crusaders, also called the daughters of the Yochiel. They had no ties to specific cities and were used when both wanted an entire city to be brought back into line. At least 3 times in recorded history did the handmaidens of the Spider Queen destroy entire Drow cities to prevent them from straying too far from Lolth. One of the usual tasks was to terrorize merchants who took Veron as their patron, and as well as settlements run by the followers. So, I mean, this is part of their game and everything, but still, it seems really weird. The Order of Soul Spiders. The militant, sometimes known as the Order of the Soul Spiders, was an elite fighting organization composed exclusively of male crusaders. They have the female crusaders and the male crusaders. And whenever they stop being devoted to her, she destroys them.
Wow. Well, this is what my arm looks like now.
I can't see it.
Remember how it did look in that picture?
Yep.
It's healed.
It's starting to heal now.
Oh, it's all healed up, but I don't have any marks left there. But it was pretty bad when I sent it to you.
Was it like a bite marks?
Well, I got a picture in my camera. Let me go there and I'll send you another picture so you can see it. It was pretty bad. I don't know if it's bite marks or not, but
She caused she poisoned relationships, causing wars and strifes, and led the elves to decide to create a dark, elf-free piece of land. There's a lot of information here.
you see that? Guess you could say that almost looks like spider bites.
Spider bites, yeah.
Yeah. But it went away, and I haven't had any more, so hopefully it's cool. Does Jimi have any advice for me or any guidance?
No, I think. Well, let me see. They said ask to have the venom pulled out, even though it's healing. It's
out of my arm. Okay. I asked to have the venom pulled out of my arm, and then dimension time stream in between parallel pocket universe, in between false reality and quantum space, and I thank thee for it is done, and I know it. Completely removed. That's what it was, not spider bite. Where were we? Oh, yeah, you were telling me to have the. They told me to have the venom removed from my arm.
Yeah.
And I did. And then it cut off.
Oh, okay. So maybe they didn't like that.
Maybe.
Okay. Whoa, that spider is huge. That is disgusting.
What, where are you seeing it?
Behind you?
Really?
Yeah, it makes you look like a dwarf.
Let's have that bitch removed. Get out of here. You're not welcome here.
You were keeping it alive.
Well, I don't want to do that anymore.
I think it tricked you.
For some reason it's not letting me turn my camera on here.
Yeah, I bet.
But you can still see it anyway. I'm hitting turn video on it, it's not doing it.
Something connected to Diana Ross. It's really weird.
She's from here too.
She is?
She's from Detroit, yeah.
Did you have a crush on her when she was younger?
No. But she was born in Detroit and so was I. You still there?
Yeah, well, I mean, there was a lot of people that came out of that's Motown, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, that was like one of the biggest music industries.
Yes. What's she's still alive, I think. What's
I don't know. Well, I mean, I think of that Diana. Diana is also, she had child sacrifices and all sorts of stuff. Boy, your camera looks weird.
Princess Diana, you mean?
The Diana the goddess.
Oh, well, she was related to Princess Diana, wasn't she?
Who? Diana Ross?
The goddess. Goddess Diana.
Yeah. But she's anytime you see the name Diana, I don't know if that's I'm just looking and seeing, but Diana Ross seems like she was involved with the spider thing.
Well, there was always something.
You know what I heard? I heard Julio Iglesias.
Huh.
I heard Julio, and she was married to him, wasn't she?
I never heard that. He was tight with Michael Jackson.
Let me just take a look. I'm pretty sure.
He was out of Motown too when he was younger. Before he grew up, he was part of Motown. I think that's where he met her.
Let me just take a look.
I never heard Julio Iglesias was with her though.
Yep.
He was?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They did some music together.
But she just came up to you while we were talking? Like she's related?
I just saw her. As soon as we removed the spider, I saw her.
Huh.
Let me see if he was married to her. Hold on.
So the spider's gone?
Yeah, but then she showed up, and then, or I heard his name, and then I saw her. Born in Madrid, spouse. He didn't marry her, but he was in a relationship with her. Miranda Rinsberger and Isabel Pressler.
Yeah, there was always something about her that gave me the creeps. I didn't really like her, to tell you the truth, Diana Ross.
I liked her music a lot when I was younger.
I mean, it was okay. I wasn't in love with the Supremes either. I mean, some of their stuff was okay, but I wasn't any of my favorite music or anything. I liked other Motown stuff, like the Temptations and the Four Tops and Marvin Gaye. And
I was listening to Marvin Gaye today.
yeah, he had a great voice.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really weird. It's showing children, but it doesn't show Enrique.
But that was his son, Enrique?
Yeah. There's Rodrigo, unless that's Miguel Alejandro. Rodrigo, see if that's Enrique. I don't think that's Enrique.
Enrique's with an E.
Yeah. She's Dutch. Oh, Marin. Oh, okay. So these are her kids. There's Enrique. I'm looking at the wrong place. And his other wife is Isabella Pressler.
Was that Spider, the Spider Queen?
Yeah, that was the Spider Queen.
Can we have her taken to the higher court, please?
Yep. Well, I saw her sort of disintegrate.
Oh, okay. That's good enough. I don't want her bothering me anymore.
But I want to know what Diana Ross is doing in Enrique Iglesias.
Yeah.
They created some kind of grid. Almost like she was connected to the Drow and he was connected to the another aspect of the Elven.
The Black Elves.
Yeah.
Mm.
They were like rulers together.
Mm.
But didn't get along as well up here in this reality.
Yeah, Diana Ross lived in the same housing projects that Natty was born into.
Why don't you break ties with Diana Ross? Maybe there's an entanglement somewhere. Because
Okay,
I can't seem to have her go away.
Julio too?
Yeah.
Okay, I break all vows, contracts, agreements, oaths, blood oaths, any connection whatsoever with Diana Ross, the Supremes, Julio Iglesias, and anyone connected with either one of these two, any groups or collectives, any dimension, time stream, in between, parallel, pocket universe, false reality, quantum space, and I thank thee for it is done, and I know it. Bye-bye, Diana.
Yeah. I was going to look up what the scabbard is. It's some kind of is a sheath for holding a sword or a knife and other blades.
There's also a beetle called a scabbard beetle.
Scarab. That's a scarab. It's a little different.
Okay, right. Yeah. Pretty close. I just got them mixed up.
It's called a saya. Protected by a wooden scabbard. Maybe it just keeps it sharp.
Or it protects your hand while you're holding it. You don't get stabbed in the hand.
Keeps the blade free from rust. And I think they would put fur inside of it.
Keep your hand warm.
A few in which had a lining of fur on the inside. The fur would also allow a smoother, quicker draw. To pull it out, it would be easier to do with, pull it out of the scabbard fast. It feels like they took that from one of the Vikings and then brought it into the underworld or the inner earth.
Am I going to start growing into a giant now, Jess?
Yep, your legs, it's up to your knees now, are very big.
Wow. So I was a red-haired giant too?
You have brown hair.
Oh.
But it might have some red in it.
And I'm of my grandfather who was one. Is he allowing this now? You said he was trying to keep me from it, or?
He knows he can't do anything now. There's some like bright light or something near your right foot. I don't know what that is. It's another one of those drow trying to seduce you. She's wearing some kind of armor. Oh, it might be the Maeve. She just disappeared. Did you break ties with her?
No.
Break ties.
Okay. What am I breaking ties with now? Maeve?
The Maeve, yeah.
Okay, I break all vows, contracts, agreements, oaths, blood oaths, any connection whatsoever with the Maeve and the Drow,
Yeah, another one of the Drow.
the Black Elves, anyone connected, any groups connected with any of those individuals, and in a dimension, time stream, in between, parallel pocket universe, in between, false reality and quantum space, and I thank thee for it. It's done, and I know it.
A few years ago, probably about, I don't know how many years, maybe 7 years or so, I met this guy, and he claimed to be a part of the Drow. And he started talking about them, almost like he expected that I should know. And we sat there and talked for hours about the Drow and what they did and ETs and all sorts of stuff.
But you didn't know about it at that time?
No, I never heard of the Drow before.
Yeah, I hadn't either till today, so at least not that I remember. So Jimmy's not upset about this, is he? He was trying to prevent it, and now it's happening. And how is this going to affect me?
Jimi was trapped by the Drow.
Oh.
And he left some of the family lineage, some access to it. It looks like some gold, and it looks like some kind of rolled up kind of document or something.
He was trapped by the Drow in the afterlife, or?
While he was here, and they accessed the lineage. Maybe that's why you guys had problems.
Ah.
She said, I think they did the same thing to my father.
Who said that?
I just saw it. For me.
Oh,
yeah.
you? Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe your father and my grandfather were connected in some way.
There's another queen there. Another queen of the Drow, but she's not a spider. She looks more like elven humanoid.
Is she here with me?
She's looking at us. It's a bunch of satyrs. Do you want to break ties with all the satyrs?
Yes. I break all vows, contracts, agreements, oaths, blood oaths, any connection whatsoever with the satyrs, any beings or groups of beings connected to the satyrs in any dimension, time stream, in between, parallel pocket universe, in between, false reality, quantum space, and I thank thee for it. It's done, and I know it. Those are some nasty looking beings, aren't they?
Yeah. What, the satyrs?
Yeah. They look like demons. And they have like animal legs, I think, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like goats. They're part goat.
Yeah. And whatever this being that it was watching us too.
Some weird looking ants. This is some of the stuff that I was talking about with Peter. These weird looking. It looks like some like mites or ticks.
Ugh.
Just got nauseous.
Those things are nasty looking.
Those like deer ticks, they're all small ones.
Even though they're real small, yeah, you look at them under a microscope, they look really freaky, gross looking. Ugh.
Yeah.
I used to be an exterminator for a while too. So I exterminated a lot of different insects and stuff. Ants, fleas.
Yep.
Jess, you don't think my long hair is bringing any of this on me, do you?
Why?
I don't know, because some of those black elves look like they had hair just like mine, or mine was just like theirs. I don't, I don't know. Maybe I should cut my hair. I got a couple of inches taken off it today, but she asked me if I wanted more, and I said, nah, just I just want to give it a trim, and but
That's really funny because I went to get my hair cut and they said we can't cut your hair for like 3 hours. I mean, there was just one woman there. She had another person. Nobody was waiting. And I said, all right, fine. And I said, I can't make it if it's too late. So then I went to another one and she was like, no, we need another half hour or so. And I was like, no, I couldn't get my hair cut today. It was interesting. You got your hair cut, but I was looking to cut my hair today.
wow, you just get a couple inches off yours?
Yeah, just, trim it up. I don't really do a whole lot with style.
Right, just take a couple inches off to get the split ends or whatever, and even it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I do too, and get my neck shaved and around my ears and stuff.
Yeah, I don't really need to do that.
Well, no, you don't, but that's what I do.
You don't really see your neck, do you? When you put your hair in a ponytail?
Well, I'm talking about that I get, fuzz on my neck that it gets real fuzzy back there below the hairline. And I just get my neck shaved so, to take that fuzz off. Because when I put it in a ponytail, I got a bunch of, if I let that go, it's longer and it doesn't get into the ponytail, so it, sticks out,
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think? You think I should get it cut off or no? No problem?
It's up to you. I don't think that's going to make you connected or not connected to the Drow. It's your lifestyle or desire for certain things.
Or black elves too.
Yeah.
Right, because they seem to be coming up quite a bit lately.
Well, it might be time for them to be dealt with, but I'll tell you what, if you saw that spider, you'd be thinking about things.
Well, I am.
That thing was freaking big.
I am. Let me tell you, now that this woman is supposed to be coming here.
It looks like Michelle Pfeiffer right now as a spider. That is crazy.
What, you're seeing that now?
Yeah. That is really weird. But she's like, remember she was Catwoman? It's kind of like that outfit that she wore for Catwoman, but it's not a cat. It's like without the ears. It's more like a spider.
Are you seeing her around me?
Yep.
Okay, now I got to break all vows with her, huh?
I heard the name Kathy.
Should I break all vows with Michelle Pfeiffer now?
Yeah. Yep,
okay.
Do it.
I break all vows, contracts, agreements, oaths, split oaths, any connection whatsoever with Michelle Pfeiffer and anyone connected to her.
And any kind of spider entity that she was connected to.
And any kind of spider entity or group that she was connected to, and any dimension, time stream in between, parallel, pocket universe, false reality, in between, quantum space, and I thank thee for it is done, and I know it.
All right, I see Pan. I need to break ties with Pan.
Okay, I break all vows, contract, agreements, oaths, blood oaths, any connection whatsoever with Pan in any dimension, time stream, in between, parallel, pocket universe, in between, false reality, quantum space, and I thank thee for it is done, and I know it.
Some weird looking caterpillars now. It has to have them removed.
I have to have these weird looking caterpillar creatures removed.
And some small snakes, like garden snakes, but it feels like they're venomous.
And these small snake beings, I have to have them also removed from my reality and any dimension time stream, in between parallel pocket universe, in between false reality, quantum space, and I thank thee for it is done, and I know it.
Now I see like this, like a cotton plantation. This is so weird. Just like cotton balls, you know, and plants.
Mm.
And now I'm seeing slaves. That's so weird. There's slaves to here. To this space with the spiders and the...
Mm.
Okay, so let's have them pulled out of there. And then, why is this happening?
Well, I have had some connection with some plantation owners too in past lives.
That was a past life, but it doesn't feel like it was related to that. It doesn't feel like a past life. It feels like they literally were capturing the souls. Magic. Someone did magic, and it went bad. I see an African man. He's wearing a straw hat. He's got overalls on. And he called himself Jebediah. He's saying we did a ceremony that went bad and we got trapped here ever since.
Trapped here.
He's calling it a place of hell, but it's not really hell. It's just like a hijacking of these entities. I guess it would be hell if you're perpetuating something that you were unhappy with. He said we work and we work, and it's like we never get to sleep. We just always work. And we never see the fruits of our labors. We never see the plants actually, grow and harvested. It's always the same work. Jesus.
Is this related to me? Somehow?
Well, by us clearing what was connected to you, I'm able to see them.
Oh.
I think we should pull them out of here, right? I mean, what a nightmare that would be.
Right.
I asked how many there were. He says 54. He said, but we heard there are others, but we can't see them. We hear them screaming, asking for help.
Are they all African?
Some of them are mixed.
Mm.
Some of them are African. All of them speak English.
So they were like American slaves? Or indentured servants?
Yeah.
Because there were a lot of Irish indentured servants too.
Yep. Their owner was a Drow.
Oh.
Even though he looked like he was white. It's a black elf. Okay, I just pulled him out.
Is this like 4D? Or is it 3D or it must be 4D?
It's weird. It's kind of like in inner Earth.
Hmm. I thought it was just peace and harmony in there.
No, not all of it. Definitely not.
Well, that's definitely upper dimensional though.
It's like a prison space.
Like in between.
I see that Jebediah now. He's walking on a field, and there's nothing around him, and he's just walking. He's free.
Free. All right, Jebediah.
Yeah. I'm assuming that's what happened to the others, because I just see a regular field. There's no cotton there.
Does he look happy?
Yeah. He looks a little confused, but they don't want me to communicate with him. He seems to be okay.
Just wish him well.
Yep. Hmm. You know, he looks like is that actor? Oh,
Morgan Freeman.
played Morgan Freeman. Yeah, you got it. That's exactly who he looked like. I don't think it's him though, but it's kind of weird.
I think I heard somebody say that was really Jimi Hendrix, Morgan Freeman.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. So you think we just rescued Jimmy?
Well, I don't know. I've just heard somebody say that.
Oh my God, that's crazy. What the hell, Jimmy?
Ask your guides if that's true.
Yeah, it feels right.
Hmm.
She went by the name of Jebediah.
Wow. That's great. That's the first one that popped into my head when you said actor.
Yeah.
That's us working together.
How the hell?
See, we work good together.
That would surprise me. That surprised me for sure. Wow.
And he's still alive too, I think.
Well, he was stuck by the Drow then. You know. Well, when you asked, he said, "Is Jimmy stuck there?" And I saw your grandfather, and then I saw Jimmy as well, Jimi Hendrix.
Wow.
And you're wearing his shirt today too.
Yeah, you notice that, huh?
Yeah.
You don't miss anything, do you?
No.
That's his first album.
Yep. The Jimi Hendrix Experience.
Yeah, Are You Experienced? That's the first time I ever saw Jimmy's face. In this life, anyway.
Yep.
And the first time I really heard him.
Yeah, he was on he had this straw hat when I saw him. Like with a wide brim, but kind of frayed on the edges. And it was funny because I was looking at, was a Fleetwood Mac, and they had like this, some kind of marching band. I forget what the song was.
Oh yeah, Tusk, I think.
Tusk, yeah. And she had this hat that was kind of frayed around the edges, or a big rimmed hat. And then I saw a woman, like a model somewhere, and she was wearing a hat that it was like, it was kind of an unusual thing to see a model wearing, because it looked like it was very like worn out.
Didn't really fit a model image.
But it did. It looked okay on her. Yeah, she got away with it. But I think it's symbolic of maybe Jimmy was trying to reach us. That's what I'm picking up right now.
Does Jimmy have anything to say about this?
He doesn't remember himself as Jimmy. I think he sees himself as Morgan now.
Oh, Morgan, you mean? Okay, right.
Yeah. Or whoever, Jebediah, or whoever he is. That's crazy.
Well, that's probably why when you said actor, that's why he's probably the first one that came into my mind. And you said that he was an African guy, so kind of put it together for me.
Were they born at the same time?
I'm pretty sure they would be about the same age right now. If Jimmy had survived, that he would be right about his age. I don't know how old Morgan Freeman is, but he is quite elderly now.
When did Morgan Freeman, when did he start acting?
I'm not sure. I'm not real up on his career. I mean, of course I know of him and I've seen him in movies, but then he, still does commercials, I think, or he has recently. But I'm not real sure about that, Jess. And my middle name is Morgan too.
It is?
Yeah. Well, we've talked to my great grandfather that I got that name from, that was killed in the bar when my grandpa was 12. my dad's father.
Yep.
And that's where I got the name from. That was his name, Morgan Howells. And
So that you got some weird connections going on here.
yeah, I of course never met him. My grandpa was only 12 when he died, but they gave me his name anyway when I was born. So, and he was in some shit in the afterlife too that we helped him out.
He was born in 1937. He's 83 years old. Born in Memphis, Tennessee.
Jimmy was born in 42, so okay, he was just a couple years younger.
Was active as an actor in 1964. All right. So,
That's the year you were born.
Yep. So now let's take a look at Jimi Hendrix.
Jimmy's born in 42, passed in 70.
So there's an overlap, right? So he started acting in 64, and Jimmy was born in Seattle, a whole different location.
Right.
Died in 1970. Was active between 1964 to 1970. And so Morgan Freeman was active in 1964.
So they were both active at the same time.
Yeah, Jimmy was younger than Morgan.
Yes. Jimmy born in 42. So, but he still would have been quite elderly if he had lived now. Am I wearing you out, Jess?
No, I'm still just a little stunned.
I'm making it work.
I'm just a little stunned.
All these connections and
insects. That's crazy. Yeah, that Spider Queen. That Spider Queen had to have been about 20 feet tall.
Damn.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That thing was, I mean, if it wasn't 20, it was, within that range, maybe a little shorter.
Did it look like that picture?
It just looked like a huge spider. I didn't see like a female body on it, but I did when the Michelle Pfeiffer one showed up. I did.
Was it fat like that picture? Like it looked like a fat spider with a face on it.
Just big. Yeah.
Because I've never seen a spider look like that before. I mean that's freaky looking. Like looked like a fat spider.
Mm-hmm.
But it had legs on it, but it was just it had fat.
Multiple legs.
Big old body and shit. And you saw it disintegrate?
Yeah, it disappeared. No, it sort of just disappeared as if it was a hologram, but I don't know if it was a hologram. Okay. There was a group of young boys, but they're Drow, and they were imitating Daryl. You remember Daryl?
Yeah.
And his friends? They were imitating them.
You've been in contact with him lately?
No, but I figured, I felt like he would be in danger eventually. They'll probably try to, eliminate Daryl.
What were these Drow doing?
Just imitating. I have a feeling they've imitated all of us.
What was the scream you heard?
Another spider. How many of them? Like we think, you think it's a clone, but it's not. It's a Drow. Like on acting as if they're us in the astral. I'm gonna ask to how that stopped. Using people, using anybody that is vengeful, jealous, manipulative, liar, doesn't have any problem taking from others.
or evil,
Yeah, just not much of a conscience.
dark.
And they're using them because, yeah, people that want attention but don't want to, you know, don't understand who they are, so they try to be other people.
So they hijack they hijack higher beings to be considered a higher being instead of the lower being that they are.
The humans are wanting, they're I don't know if it's envy or just needing attention or wanting to cause problems, and so they're having doing bad things to achieve that, and the Drow then comes in and sort of takes them over. Yeah. I'm going to ask to have all those removed. You don't need them on the planet if they can act that way.
Nope.
All those Drow. I don't think they were supposed to be able to do this. Someone's helping them. I just saw that actor Cuba Gooding.
Cuba Gooding?
Yeah.
He's probably
he looks.
Spider Queen.
He looks. No, he's trapped too. He's saying, "Get me out."
You said there was someone helping them, though. It was probably that Spider Queen.
I think she trapped him. Let me see who he is.
Well, all those Hollywood actors are hijacked or trapped or.
He's calling himself a Moor from, like, I don't know if it's Morocco or from somewhere over there.
I think the Moors were in Spain.
Okay. Yeah.
They were
Northern Africa.
They were Islamics that lived in Spain.
Yeah, he's showing me he had, kind of dressed that way. He doesn't have a shirt on. He's got white kind of like genie pants. I don't know any way to say it. And then he's got this like belt that's made out of satin, kind of thick material, and it's tied. Probably keeps his pants up. And then he's calling himself a sultan. Like he was trying to bring in the jinn, and instead they brought in the Drow.
Oh.
And they exchanged his soul. He made a deal, and the deal went bad, and his soul was brought to this place, and the Drow then took over his body as the Sultan, and then another Drow imitated him and was in Hollywood and all that, but was using his personality and so forth.
So does he need our help? And should we help him?
Yeah, because I think he was over some group of people, and then those people, I'm seeing a lot of them dying of starvation because of this Drow. It's not because, people could give them money and give them food, but there's something there that's preventing them from getting what they need in this day and age. It might be in Morocco or Tunisia, but I feel like it's in Morocco.
That's like Northern Africa, isn't it?
Yeah.
There we go again.
Where are the Sultans at? Sultan. That's is that Arabic?
I think that's Middle East, yeah, Arabic. But there's Arabic countries in Africa.
Yeah.
Egypt.
Muslim countries.
Libya.
Sultan in Morocco.
Not sure where Morocco is, but I think that's Northern Africa too, or close to it.
Muhammad V. returned from exile on the 16th of November 1955, was again recognized as Sultan after active opposition to the French Protectorate. In February 1956, he successfully negotiated with France and Spain for an independence of Morocco and took the title of king.
Is Morocco Northern Africa?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Crown Prince of Africa, King Mohammed VI, and his wife, Princess Salma, had 2 children, the Crown Prince Moulay Hassan, 16, and Princess Lala Khadija. Khadija. But I don't think that was him. I think he might have been connected to this Muhammad V.
Well, was Africa known as just one country at one time, or when it wasn't split up into all these smaller ones?
Well, I think there's a mix of people there.
I know you said Crown Prince.
They call them mullah.
I've heard that term before. Mullah. But I mean, you said earlier Crown Prince of Africa. That's
Sultan.
Maybe that was before they split it up into all these smaller countries.
Returned from exile. I don't know where he was exiled to. Something about France and... His full name was Sidi Mohammed ben Yusuf, or son of Sultan Yusuf. Wasn't that there was a Jewish ruler that came up, and his name was it Ben Joseph? Ben David. No, that's what it was.
I think Jesus was
so weird.
Well, Yeshua ben Joseph, or maybe not Yeshua, but
that might be of the son of David, or as opposed to as the son of Joseph. But I don't.
Well, Jesus' father.
This is Cuba Gooding. So he was born in 1927 to 1953. He was recognized. Let me see.
That's the year I was born.
He died in 1961. But I don't think he was taken. That's weird.
Wow, we're all over the place today.
Yep. So let me see what. I think there's something with his son. Who's in charge right now? It's the 6th, right?
6 of what? What do you mean?
His son is the one who is in charge now, I guess.
The son of what?
Of this Muhammad the
Sultan?
5th, and then there's a Muhammad the 6th.
Oh.
Which is his son. Okay, so he's just going to return back to where he belongs, wherever that is right now. And we're going to ask to have that drow removed.
Taken to the higher court. Deal with him.
Okay, they're pulling all the drow back where they belong. Tons of them in Hollywood.
You said my grandpa was trapped by them too.
Yeah, it's thousands of them. Well, your ancestry.
Oh.
So they're pulling a whole bunch of them out of Hollywood. This is crazy.
Where are they taking them?
Apparently, they're kind of like how do you say it? Exhibitionists. They like to be looked at.
Mm-hmm.
but it's not even their bodies.
Well, that sounds like Hollywood, especially those award shows they have. They just love to dress up in those funky ass looking costumes and
Yeah.
use all that symbolism and signs they make and with their hands and
I just saw there was another actress, something Jones. I think it's Cleopatra Jones.
oh.
Right?
Is that a person?
I think it's a movie.
Oh.
Yep, Cleopatra Jones. And the woman there, Tamara Dobson. She's connected to the Drow.
She's an actress?
Yep.
I'm not up on all
Shelley Winters. Yeah, she was in there too. And she was connected to the Maeve.
Oh yeah, I know about her now.
I'm taking a look at this Tamara. But Tamara is the same name as Simyase's Amara, Tamara, Cleo.
Like a variation.
She was 6'2". It's tall.
Yeah, for a woman.
She reminds me of Grace Jones in some of the pictures. She doesn't look like Grace Jones, but some of the pictures reminded me.
Was Grace that tall?
Grace was kind of big. But I don't know. I mean, she seemed tall and thin.
Yeah.
I mean, you would never know that this woman was a Drow. She had, she looked like she had a kind face in some of the pictures. All right. Well, maybe she was taken out and then replaced. That goes along with the what do you call it? The harpies that we saw earlier, because Tamara was a harpy.
That's what had the hooks in me, right?
She's waving to me. She was stuck too.
Has she been released?
Let's see where she belongs. She was from a royal family in Ghana. And they took her and replaced her. You could see the word Ghana very clearly. She's wearing some kind of green headdress with gold on it. There's all this gold on it. It's really weird, huh?
Yes.
And I don't know how they got a hold of her either. Like Cuba Gooding. Her middle name is Janice. I wonder if she's connected to Janet Shaw too. Or the Drow, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She was born in Baltimore, Maryland. I was trying to see if maybe she was from your area. So I'm trying to figure out why she's connected to you. She was the tallest leading lady in film. Dobson also starred in episode 13 of Buck Rogers in the 25th century. That is so weird because I was just talking to you, Miles, about Buck Rogers today.
Miles Johnson?
Yep.
You in contact with him regular?
Every now and then, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, break ties with Tamara Janice Dobson.
All right.
Or Cleo or Cleopatra Jones. Maybe this is connected to the Drow.
I break all vows, contracts, agreements, oaths, blood oaths, any connection whatsoever with Tamara Janice Dobson in any dimension, time stream, in between parallel pocket universe, in between false reality, quantum space, and I thank thee for it is done, and I know it.
This guy Max Julian too was also in there in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
He also is connected to the Drow. He's also 6'2". Break ties with him, Max Julian.
Okay. I break all vows, contracts, agreements, oaths, blood oaths, any connection whatsoever to Max Julian, the Drow, and any beings or groups of beings connected to them in any dimension, time stream, in between parallel pocket universe, false reality, quantum space, and I thank thee for it is done, and I know it.
He was a ruler in Uganda and got replaced there. I don't know how the Drow are connecting in. It's almost like someone opened portals for this. And I'm asking that he get replaced back to where he belongs.
Okay. We gotta get rid of these Drow too. They seem pretty.
Oh, they're screwing up our world so that they're taking positions, power positions, rulership in different parts of the world, and then probably creating problems. All these countries have had problems, and if the Drow were ruling them.
We need to be taken out of our planet, out of our.
I'm gonna just ask to do a complete, removal of the Drows, particularly those that are in leadership or influence of humanity, and replace all those souls back to where they belong right now. Even if their body time has passed, is bring them back to where they should be right now.
Yes.
Because what I think they're doing is, even with the incarnations, like the people are dying, and then they still have them in this underworld place, and then they're, the next time that they incarnate, they're actually replacing them and go into all their different lifetimes that they were supposed to go in. It's very. I haven't seen anyone being able to do that.
And that's what they've done to my.
They must have like a portion of the soul essence to be able to do that.
That's what they've done to my ancestry too.
They did something where it caused problems with your ancestry.
Mm.
They did something with mine too. Let's end all that too. Any kind of hooking into other people's lineage to gather energy and power or whatever they were looking for. Soul harvesting or whatever they're doing. They're trapping people. I ask that is all undone right now throughout the planet.
And it is done. And we know it.
Okay. Wow, that was weird.
Hopefully we're doing what we're supposed to do here, Jess,
Yeah, I think this is really big because it looks like that the Africans people were more targeted than anybody in this one. I don't know why.
Well, I've heard that they were cursed. The whole continent was cursed by I don't know who or what, but must have been.
I don't know if it was that they were all cursed. I think there's just been a lot of ETs in and out of there, and when they didn't know how to deal with the ETs or whatever happened, or they agreed to certain things, or they were doing certain practices that was bringing in things. I don't know. It's a combination. But it's like that in other cultures too. But I'm just saying the Drow in particular were drawn to them for some reason.
Well, they have supposedly just tons of precious metals and very scarce minerals. I can't remember what they call them, but some kind of rare minerals that are in Africa that it's like they're needed for all kinds of really important things and computers and stuff like that. And without it, we wouldn't be able to have a lot of the things that we have. So, something that controls that continent would be in control of humanity, really.
Yep.
And then, of course, the people there are pretty much all impoverished. Not all, of course, but, the majority are very poor and in poverty.
Yep.
Can't seem to, they have very little farmland and, things to help feed and provide abundance for their people. Supposedly that's where the Anunnaki first came too.
Yeah. Yep, there was a lot of that. They're going to do a whole lot more of that if they get their way, and it's going to get worse unless we change these things. But, I guess the Drow would definitely be working with the system, so no sense in having them in charge of things.
Right. I think we're helping the planet right now, Jess.
Yeah, that definitely.
And all the work we've done, I think has helped, been like a part of what needed to be done in order to free this planet and let it ascend like it.
Yeah.
I've heard that the planet chooses to ascend to 5D at least.
I think you see another aspect of, I don't know if it's Pan or some kind of leader. I'm going to ask to have that. That one's going up to the high courts.
Can you identify?
I think it's Archangel Michael, connected to Archangel Michael somehow.
Mm.
Yeah, I told everyone he went to the dark side. Because they're calling him the son of Pan.
He's still putting out channelings that he's this divine being and stuff.
Of course. It's a nice snare.
I'm not buying it.
No.
But a lot of people are.
They don't know any better. What do they know?
Right, but that causes a problem when they buy into it. They empower him.
Yeah, well, I think some of these people, they're going to follow whoever, It doesn't matter what you say, even if they see it in front of their eyes. Some of them are just going to keep doing it. Maybe eventually people are going to wake up, but some will never.
They're going to have to stay in 3D and work it out.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean we all have to.
No.
I want to move out of this shit.
Yeah.
I consider 3D hell myself.
I don't know if it's hell. I mean,
well,
they keep on screwing. Anytime we start enjoying life, they get angry. They don't want us to enjoy anything.
All this fucked up shit that we have to deal with seems to be part of 3D, and once we get out of 3D,
this is different. It's not just that it's 3D. That I think there's been an infestation of garbage here. They keep on putting in more and more. Hold on a second.
Right.
I saw this other actress too. And it's I know people wonder why actors or whatever. Well, they're in power. They're in a power role, just like a ruler.
Yeah, they have influence over many.
It's an actress named Chloe Sevigny.
Savinggy.
GNY.
GNY.
Sevigny.
Vigny.
Just heard her name.
Never heard of her, but somehow
She's from Massachusetts.
it rings a bell somehow to me.
46 years old. She was an actress, model. She appeared in videos for Sonic Youth and Lemonheads. And to acquire the It Girl status. So that's connected to Clara Bow. She was considered the It Girl.
Is that
makes sense.
Lemonhead's candy?
Lemonhead's band.
Oh, okay, right.
She was in American Psycho, Demon Lover, Party Monster, Dogville, and The Brown Bunny. I just saw that she was involved in this. Oh, she just turned into one of the Spider Queens.
Oh, shit. Is Rodan working with us tonight?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought so. Thank you, Rodan. Shiva, too?
Yep.
Shiva, thank you.
They're removing a system that was unlawfully judging humanity. Like they were taking on the role of judging humanity.
In other words,
and they didn't have the right to do that.
The role of God, then.
Taking on, the role of God, of judging humanity, which obviously they weren't in a position to be able to do that. But somehow they got in and access, and I think Michael helped them.
Mm-hmm. When we send this to the High Court?
I mean, it's just proof over and over and over again. Same garbage. And also Pan. He's another one that keeps trying to manipulate things. See, that what they did was they got in access, Pan got access to the Elven, the good Elven, and started messing with them. That's what happened.
So that gave him a lot of power and influence and access.
Yeah.
And he misused it.
Mm-hmm.
Of course. And you say Michael is the son of Pan?
That's what here amongst the Drow they were calling him the son of Pan.
Oh.
Which he's not, but probably went in there and created, used them for his agendas of whatever nation he felt like he wanted to oppress or manipulate.
And he was working closely with him, with Pan.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
And you were right in the middle of it. Your grandfather just got a document saying your family's free, and I think I have one too, I'm not sure. Something that looks different than yours. Well, I mean, when I met you, you had a lot of problems with your family, and it's lightening up, isn't it?
Yeah.
See, they were completely shunning you. They didn't talk to you much, and now they interact with you every now and then.
Yeah.
So now the only thing we have to fix now is your love life, and I think this was bothering your love life too.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, I had no idea that I held the key to bringing my family together. I just felt like I was an outcast.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't gonna change to be accepted, but it just seemed like everyone thought I was the black sheep or whatever, and didn't accept me and didn't like me even. But, and I don't mean all of my family. They didn't all feel that way, but that's the way I felt. So is Grandpa Jimmy happy about that, receiving that document, and where did he receive it from? Source?
It was just given back from that space.
Oh.
They were just holding on to, saying that they were in charge of all these different lineages.
Oh.
Like they own them because of some mistake that somebody made in the family.
So is he happy with the work I've done for the family tonight and over the past few years?
He's very happy.
Oh, cool.
He has a drink raised.
Okay, well,
It looks like a whiskey, but I'm
I'm
not
gonna raise
sure
my
what was.
drink to him. He used to drink beer, I think, but
He
okay,
looked like he had a whiskey of some sort.
I'm raising my drink to him.
Okay.
He's probably drinking some Irish whiskey.
Yeah.
But
I
he
saw
said, look,
Jameson. Did he drink Jameson's?
I just remember him drinking beer. He may have drank Jameson's at one time,
It's
or
the Irish beer, isn't it?
yeah. So, but you said earlier in this session, Jess, that Jimmy said that I hadn't done uh, everything I needed to do yet, and so now I have, right? Or we have.
Oh, you got him out.
Yeah, and the family.
Yeah.
We got a
You
big
you got
family.
him out. He was trapped there.
Oh, okay. I thought we had already helped him out in that way, but I guess he was trapped in more ways than one.
Yeah, that happens.
Uh, well, cool. Guess that's what I came here for.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm glad I could wait it out and get to the right point and the right time to do it. Because man, I'm weary. I feel like it's been a long journey.
Well, keep going. We have to keep going.
Oh yeah, there's more work to do, but I mean, in order to heal others, you have to heal yourself first. So, that's what I learned about healing was I had to heal myself and accept that I had the ability to heal myself before I could help others. So this is the healing of the the lineage, and the human lineage is we're connected to that too. I mean, there's many, but this is
Yep.
just one of the human soul lineages. Is there anything else we need to do to wrap this up, or?
I think this is good. I think we shut down the Drow from being able to just come up here and do whatever they want. And I'm not sure if we got Pan 100% taken care of, but at least Rodan's taking a look at that.
Well, can we just ask Rodan or Shiva if there's anything else that we need to do to just maybe a little detail that we need to take care of before we end this?
He said we're good.
All right.
Good.
I
He said,
thank
yeah. Until next time.
I thank you all.